Before starting the contouring cares, it will be necessary to make a body diagnosis. For this, use the Algotherm diagnostic sheet to know the lifestyle, the skincare habits, and the client's objectives and wishes. Use as well the Algotherm professional guide to target your skincare protocols during your contouring program. To start the diagnosis, ask the guest her lifestyle. To make the skincare diagnosis, ask the guest to lie down, and then do not hesitate to pinch the skin, notably on the thighs, to evaluate the cellulitic aspect and to check if there is a fibrosis on the skin. Then look after the skin on the legs to evaluate the water retention. From that moment, you will be able to make your diagnosis and then to advise the specific cares to the guest. Cleanse the feet using a warm towel to start the treatment. The Mirena Relaxation starts on the abdomen. For that, ask the guest to breathe deeply, then apply a pressure like a wave movement, starting from the palms to the fingers. Each movement is done approximatively 5 times. Then, with the normal breathing, apply circular pressures on the solar plexus using the palm clockwise. With deep breathing, finish by deep pressures on the solar plexus. On the décolleté, start to warm up the product into your hands, then ask the guest to breathe deeply. Apply then the product on the décolleté, the arms and the trapezius. For the Mirena Relaxation, apply beforehand a medium towel under the head of the guest. Start your massage with effleurage on the décolleté, the arms and trapezius. Each movement will be done 3 times. Then place the head aside. Apply large smoothing movements on the décolleté, arm and trapezius. Continue then with one hand in large circular movements on trapezius and finish by sliding back in linear movements with the fingertips from the spine to the nape of the neck. The third movement is a stretching movement on trapezius. For this, push on shoulders and then stretch the neck alternatively with both hands. Place the head on the other side and apply the same 3 movements on the other side. I start by effleurage, then circular movement on trapezius and stretching on the spine, then alternative stretching movements on trapezius. I will place back the head straight and I will continue on the top of the head. On the neck, start by applying alternative petrissage movements. Then in circular pressures in the occipital points. For this movement, I will lightly stretch the head towards myself. After the pressures into the occipital points, place the head into the towel beforehand placed at the beginning of the care. Massage the entire head using fingertips directly on the towel. On the ears, start with circular movements from the lower part to the upper part. Then in frictions with both fingers on each side of the lobulus. Place yourself on the side, then slide down in alternative wave movements on the body, directly on the towel. Start on the arms, the abdomen, the legs, and then finish with the pressure on both feet. Apply there the marine body oil on the feet. Do not hesitate to warm up the product on both sides of the feet, then apply a pressure with both thumbs under the feet on the plexus solar area. Continue with one foot with deep smoothing movements using the fist downwards. Then, in a fan movement, starting from the center to the outside of the foot. Finish by stretching the foot with both hands. The movements, fist, fan movement and stretchings will be done on the other foot before putting back the towel on the guest. Before applying your contouring treatment, it will be necessary to apply a complete body scrub. For this, you will use either the gentle marine body scrub or the sweet and salty body scrub. Composed of spirulina, laminaria and apricot kernel, it helps to revitalize while hydrating and remineralizing the skin. Apricot kernel powders help exfoliate and stimulate blood circulation. It's a body scrub to apply in thin coat. For people with sensitive skin, you could use lukewarm water. For this, apply the water on the skin, then apply the cream and exfoliate. Then, gentle marine body scrub will be used in the same way on the above part, applying the product, leave to dry and exfoliate in circular and linear movements. The product will be applied on the legs, on the back, and the back side of the arms. For people with thick skin, and notably for men, we could apply the sweet and sugar body scrub. In that case, apply the marine body oil on the skin and then apply the powder or mix the oil with the powder. This scrub can be applied on dry or wet skin. At the end of the scrub, which will take around 20 minutes, it will be necessary to ask to the guest to take a shower before starting your silhouette massage using the activating serum manually and with the silhouette shapers. The step for the scrub during a contouring program will be done every 5 to 6 cares. To do your silhouette massage, you will use the activating serum. This product, composed of laminaria, will help to create an hyperemia on the surface of the skin to improve the opening of the pores and thus the penetration of the active ingredients contained into the following body wrap. This product is used every time before any Algotherm body wrap. We're going to use it in manual techniques, notably in effleurage, then here in pétrissage movements. We're going to continue using our knuckles, working in circles, to improve the elimination of cellulite. Each movement will be done minimum 3 times. Still, with the knuckles, continue in linear movements upwards. Then we're going to squeeze and roll the skin. For this movement, pinch the skin between the fingers and then roll the skin. You can work either on small areas or on the whole thigh from the outside to the inside. After my rolling movements, I will come to apply a marquise movement. One hand and the arm inside the thigh and the other hand on the outside. I will then apply frictions movements on the muscle to warm up the muscle. This movement is the last movement before using the silhouette shapers. After the manual massage, we're going to use the silhouette shapers. You can use either one or both shapers. Notice that it will be necessary to apply them combined with a product, so it will be necessary to apply again the activating serum. We're going to pinch the shaper to expel the air, and then slide my shaper on the thigh. I can do linear movements, always thinking to smooth with my hands after. Notice that the redness on the skin are totally normal. Indeed, you will relieve the fatty cells to improve the blood circulation, so be sure that redness are totally normal on the skin. I will work in linear movement, then from left to right, back and forth. I will work then in spiralist movements, always thinking that I could insist on the inside and the outside part of the thigh. I can work on the upper part of the knee, notably for people with water retention, or on the inner side. Here in vibrations. And for people used to it, you could start directly with both shapers to ease your massage. With both shapers, I could work as well in linear movements, in circles, in zigzag, to make sure to create a hyperemia and to have an efficient rolling massage on the thigh. Those movements will be done as well on the other leg and the other thigh. On the abdomen area, I'll start by applying my product and I will start with manual movements. Pétrissage, insisting on the sides and the center of the belly. Same, all the movements will be done minimum 3 times. Then, in circular movements, clockwise using flat hands. I will drain then the colon with hands layered one on the top of the other, downwards, upwards, and straight. 3 times as well this step. And to finish my manual massage, I will stretch the sides in vibrations. After those manual movements, I will use my silhouette shapers. I will reapply product if needed. On the abdomen, I will work with both shapers, one on the lower part, the other on the upper part. I will work then alternatively on the whole abdomen until redness appears. Then on the sides, in linear movements, either with one shaper or with both shapers, according to the size of the guest. I will work on the opposite side and the one close to myself. If needed, you can move to the other side. At the end, I can just apply again my product in effleurage before starting on the arms. Optionally and specifically for people with cellulite on the outside of the arms and a lack of firmness on the inside of the arms, we will apply the product and then we will work with the shaper. I start by applying my product in effleurage and then I will use my shaper. To work with the shaper, same, press it gently to expel the air and work in linear movements back and forth. Here I'm working essentially to reduce the cellulite aspect, especially when people do water retention. For people with a lack of firmness on the inside part of the arm, notably during or after menopause, I will work as well with my shaper, linear or transversally. I will work in the same way on the other arm before asking to the guest to turn over. After asking the guest to turn over, reapply the product on the legs and apply the same movements on the thighs. Pétrissage, movements using the knuckles, knuckle straight, rollings, and the marquise. You will work as well with the silhouette shapers, insisting notably on the buttocks. Movements using the silhouette shapers are exactly the same from the ones done on the front part. Place yourself at the head and start by applying the product on the back by effleurage. All the movements done on the back are specially designed in case of an excess of fat on the lower back and the 7th cervical. I will place myself on one side to work on the opposite side in pétrissage. I could continue to the trapezius according to the body morphology. Those pétrissage will be done as well on the other side. After the pétrissage, place your vacuums on each side of the spine. I press my vacuums to expel the air and I start in linear movements back and forth. I can work in large movements or, according to the guest, in small parts, on the upper back, the center and the lower back. I place then myself on one side and I start my linear movements on the sides with one or both vacuums. Around the scapula, I work in linear movements, and then, with one silhouette shaper, I will work around the 7th cervical in circles in case of an excess of fat, before finishing in general manual effleurage. The silhouette massage takes around 25 minutes. Directly on the activating serum, I will apply the specific silhouette body wrap, beforehand warmed up or at room temperature, according to the body morphotype. In the case of the application of the silhouette gel wrap, apply directly on the skin, on the activating serum. This product can be removed either using a shower or using a dry towel. In that case, perform using hot towels or a steamer to remove the sticky effect. After leaving 20 minutes on the skin, ask the guest to take a shower or remove the excess with a dry towel. To apply the firming body wrap, start at the ankles and move up to the buttocks. Apply in the same way on the front part, before covering with the plastic. Ideally, for this firming wrap, cover at the end with a towel or a polar blanket. This wrap can be used as well on the bust area, avoiding the nipples. At the end of your slimming care, and according to the diagnosis, you will apply the thermoactive refining gel on local parts where you can find cellulite, notably on the thighs, hips, abdomen, and the outside part of the arms. But for people with a lack of firmness, you will apply the silky tightening cream or the restructuring dry oil. Those products can be used morning and or night. In the case of a contouring and firming program, and to improve your cells, I will advise you to apply the thermoactive refining gel on the outside parts of the thighs, the abdomen and the buttocks, and to explain to the guest that at home she will use this product locally on all these parts in the evening. And then, on the inside part of the thigh, apply the silky tightening cream and explain to the guest to apply this product every day on areas of concern. For people during menopause, it's possible to apply this product on the inside part of the arms in case of a lack of tonicity. Notice that the thermoactive refining gel could be mixed with the restructuring dry oil if you want to add a restructuring action to your thermoactive refining gel. During the embellishment, you can use the thermoactive refining gel combined with the silhouette shaper to ease the advice for a home use. For the contouring and firming program, it is advised to apply those products morning and night during minimum 1 month. Personally, I advise 2 months application several times during the year in combination with the professional treatments. At the end of the care, show the results to the client by centimeter measurement and showing the skin's aspect. Advise the home care products according to our beauty objectives and our morphotype. Take then the date of the next appointment. During the next consultation, think about remembering her beauty objectives and to make an update from the previous consultation, and as well the use of the home care product. The aim is really to coach your client and to follow her during a program.